All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Detroit Lions. In tonight's video, Jared Goff just completed a 37-12 touchdown to interception ratio season, and your Detroit Lions finished 15-2, leaders of the NFC North once again. I want to go through some under the radar stuff you watched live in action Sunday night at home against the Minnesota Vikings, but I just kind of want to go back and watch some of these clips so we can just appreciate it a little bit more, because these were two of the best teams in the NFL. These were two 14-2 teams, and especially in the second half where the Lions outscored Minnesota 21-3. The first half was extremely competitive, and the whole game was relatively competitive. And I just want to get into some of these clips. Folks, this is 4th and 5 here in the first quarter. This is a beautiful execution by Jared Goff, getting the first down to Jameson Williams. And the reason this is so important is, first off, the dude's got a body on his face here on the right side. Like, this is almost like a Madden throw. Jared Goff the entire time knows there is somebody who's about to hit the F out of him, but it's 4th down. And so with anticipation, he finds number 9, Jameson Williams, for the first down. And the reason this is so important is because a couple of plays later, Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown, and the Detroit Lions are up 7-0 after the first quarter. This next one here, I talked a lot about this in our Lions victory recap video a couple of nights ago. This is 7-6 Detroit's way. It's 1st and 10, and it's just a nice little completion. And so obviously I don't need to tell anybody really the situation of this game is you get the first down here, and you are now in field goal range. And so now you have a nice little field goal, and Jake Bates ultimately ends up making this field goal, and the Detroit Lions go up 10-6. And that's really important because, like I said a minute ago, this was a very competitive game. And, Detroit didn't really run away with it until the fourth quarter. But folks, before we get any further into tonight's video, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content, along with a ton of Lions videos. I'm also posting this on my Lions channel because, folks, right now, this point of the season, the only people really watching these videos are Lions fans. So I wanted to go back. I want to post daily Lions content, and I just wanted to go back and watch some interesting stuff. But, Dan Campbell preaches this a lot. It's just the little stuff. And this is just one of those really good examples of the little things that go an extremely long way. And this is Khalif Raymond, making his return, making a huge 11-yard catch, and I had to throw that in there. Staying on tune with the first half. One thing the Detroit Lions did very well was hold their own defensively. Minnesota's a very good offense. They got Sam Darnold, JJ, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, my former running back, Aaron Jones, Showtime 33. And they did a really good job. Ooh, sorry, that was my phone. They did a really good job. And, that was Sam Darnold's worst game of the NFL season. And this felt extremely like a playoff game. But for the whole time, even though the Lions only had a couple of sacks, this is a Zadarius Smith sack right here. I mean, it's just beautiful. This is the end of the first, right after that touchdown we showed at the beginning of the football game. Without the Lions pass rush, Sam Darnold would have had a lot more time to throw, and we probably would be having a different conversation. This next one is another great representation of the Detroit Lions defense. I just made an Ennis Rakestraw film video. That would be sweet. I just made a film video the other day, or this was literally yesterday, on Amik Robertson. It didn't do too well, so if you want to watch an Amik Robertson film review on this game, go check the channel. But the Lions defensive backs did such a good job, specifically Terrion Arnold before he ended up getting banged up, and also obviously Amik Robertson. But this is a beautiful play because you'll see Terrion Arnold. He's up at the top of the screen here. You got, I believe that's Justin Jefferson. Let me just fact check that. No, that is not Justin Jefferson. Sorry, that's Jordan Addison at the top of the screen. And you got Terrion Arnold covering him right now, and this play is going to extend. Kind of looks like Sam Darnold wants Jalen Naylor, and he's going to go for Terrion Arnold, and he's just going to put his hand in that hosh posh and say, you are all set on that. I apologize once again. These are live NFL clips, so I wish I could play the whole clip. Let me see if I can see some, you guys called him Samantha. This is his first read right there. That's a touchdown, by the way. That's a touchdown to Jordan Addison right now. In retrospect, if Sam Darnold decides to throw this football, I think that would be a touchdown. He says, nah, let's scramble it out. Let's find Jordan again. And Terrion Arnold, and he tweeted about this. He was like, just like Chick-fil-A on Sunday, I'm closed or I'm locked up or something like that. It was very good, very funny joke. This is 10-9 Detroit's way. The end of the third quarter. Once again, Detroit outscored Minnesota 14-0 in the fourth quarter, which really set the game apart. But for the most part, the first three quarters of this game were extremely competitive. And even as a non-biased Green Bay Packers fan, I was watching this game thinking, I don't really know how this game's going to turn out. Like, I could see, Detroit winning this. I could see Minnesota winning this. This is 4th and 2. This is a big baller situation. And Mr. Dan Campbell says, let's leave him out on the field, and it results in one of Jahmyr Gibbs' 4 total touchdowns. I mean, this is beautiful. This is 4th down. Now, technically, you're winning this game. Laporta's moving in motion. I think that's Sam Laporta was moving in motion. Minnesota's bringing a ton of pressure, and literally pretty much where we have this pause, Jared Goff is throwing this football right now to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's throwing in the process on the screen. He is throwing the football on 4th and 2. Now, honestly, at first glance, there's actually a couple of guys open. I could say the 4 other dudes on my Detroit Lions screen, at this point, we have it paused, look open. Laporta looks open. St. Brown looks open. A lot of guys look open here, but he decides to dish it off to Jahmyr Gibbs. Perfect execution, and Gibbs brings it in for a touchdown for just a career night. And this next one here, just after this clip, right, the next possession, Detroit Lions score the touchdown on that Jahmyr Gibbs score, and it is 17-9, but it's still technically a one-possession game. And the Lions defense did such a good job against Minnesota in the red zone. And this is a 3rd and 4th conversion. I don't know why I said conversation. I feel like it fit though. This is 17-9. And I'll let this clip play out because Alex Anzalone, welcome back. Now, Anzalone technically doesn't get his hand on this football from TJ Hawkinson, but he's pretty much right up in there. You can see this on this clip on the screen here. He's pretty much all up in TJ's face. And the reason this is important is because the Minnesota Vikings, after this failed 3rd and 4, I'll start it from the beginning. Darnold whips this to Hawkinson, relatively open, hand in his face. Alex Anzalone says, hey, look, brother, I'm Thor and I'm back. Remember my name. And TJ Hawkinson's, what? Skip, come on. And what this turns into is a Will Richard missed field goal. So the Lions maintain their 17-9 victory, or lead, I should say, and they have the football around, the 34-yard line, and they proceed to score 2 touchdowns and, officially kick the Minnesota Vikings out of the NFC North title race. So that's the point. I found these 5 interesting clips really interesting. That's a stupid way to phrase it, but you get what I'm saying. Trying to make daily Detroit Lions content. So hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL and Lions content, and give me your thoughts on the 15-2 Detroit Lions down below